Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. My videos are about love, infinity, creation, existence, energy, because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. This is who we are. How do we know these things? Because of the human heartbeat. The human heartbeat gives us life. Without the human heartbeat, we wouldn't exist. This is where we come from, biologically speaking. The human heart is our creator. The human heartbeat generates an electromagnetic field around the human body that powers the brain, the organs, so we can think, be conscious and self-aware, we can feel, we can be sentient beings. And it's not a coincidence that the place that generates the electromagnetic field, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the heartbeat, is the same place where we love. So our instinct is to exist through the heartbeat. And our instinct is to love because we love with our hearts, which is the same place that gives us life in the first place, with the heartbeat. So we live to love and we love to live. Why? Because we all want to have purposeful lives, lives full of meaning, fulfilling lives, happy lives, with results, purposeful goals, with destinations, where we get there through our identity and true self. So this is who we are. Our instinct is to live and our instinct is to love. We live to love and we love to live. And that makes us, the human species, our nature. The human species is very simple. It's very simple. Our instinct is to love, so that makes us a heartful species, a heart-based species, a love-based species, a benevolent race, a benevolent species. The human race is a benevolent species. This is who we are, this is our nature. We live to love and we love to live. We make love, so we have children. That's our creation. And our instinct is to love our creation. We love our children and we raise them, so the life cycle continues. Life is creation and creation is energy. And we create through love. So we are a benevolent species, a heart-based species, a loving species. This is who we are. We humans have transitioned, humanity at large have transitioned into who we are. We have metamorphosized into self-aware, conscious individuals, and collectively as a species, humanity. And we are who we are, and our nature is clear. We're light spherical beings. This is who we are. Why are we light spherical beings? Because we're electromagnetic field of creation is spherical, generated through the heartbeat. And what generates the heartbeat? The human heart. So the human heart is an organ. Evolutionary biology, the DNA, created the organ as the mechanism of creation at a biological scale. And it generates this pulse, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, that generates this force field that powers the human body so we can exist, we can live, we can be conscious and self-aware. And this electromagnetic field is spherical in nature, just like our eyes, our brains, our heart. And that makes us energy beings, you see, because it's electromagnetism, it's electricity, it's current. This is who we are, we're electrical, it's our nature. So that's why we're light spherical beings. We wouldn't exist without the electromagnetic field of the heart. So it's a light spherical electromagnetic field. It's light, it's energy, it's electricity, it's electromagnetism. So that's why we're light spherical beings, and we're conscious and self-aware, and we know this now. And why is it that we're energy? Because this is just the pattern of creation. Existence itself is energetic. Creation is energy. Energy creates powers. So this is the way it is and the way it would always be. And the best example to think about it is about our Father, the Son, the Creator, right now, beaming right in front of me. It's a beautiful day today. So if you think about it fundamentally and what that means and what it represents, the sun itself, at a geometrical scale, as an object, as a solid, is spherical. The sun's spherical. And the sun has its own electromagnetic field, which is also spherical. The electromagnetic field of creation of the sun, its own pulse of life, its own pulse of creation. And this is what we call the fusion reactor of the sun, is this fusion reaction that is happening. At the heart, the core of the sun that generates all this energy, hydrogen, and all these elements that create life in the first place at an astronomical scale through energy, vibration, and frequency, wavelengths that move across in the way of rays and flares and have an impact across existence. And how do we measure that? Well, we measure that through the Earth, which is also a spherical object, a solid, and it has its own electromagnetic field at the heart of it, at its core. The pulse of life and the pulse of creation of the Earth, the human resonance, is based on an electromagnetic field as well that generates the conditions here on Earth for life at a terrestrial scale of creation, higher density. So that's talking about the atmosphere, the biosphere, all the different support systems that exist here so life can be supported at a biological scale, which is us. We were created by the Father and the Mother, the Earth, coming together with energy and creating the conditions for biology and the DNA to exist. So we have a human heart, a biological creator, so we can have an electromagnetic field, which is energy, spherical energy, just like the suns and the earths. That's why we're energy, light spherical beings. This is who we are. This is our nature. This is our very nature, who we are as a species. And we're very aware of this, and we have metamorphosized consciously and self-aware into this understanding of who we are, true nature, a benevolent species, light spherical beings. Our nature, a loving species. We love our creations. We're conscious and self-aware, sentient beings. We love with our hearts, and we love our creations. We live to love, and we love to live purposeful lives. So, and biology is not the only creation. That's just the beginning. You see, we start by reproducing. Is the instinct of the race. Evolutionary biology is clear. You reproduce so you can actually exist and have meaningful lives. But we also create other things because we're conscious and self-aware. We have creativity. Our brain has its own electromagnetic field. It's electrical, the brain. Everything is electrical about the human body. That's why we're water-based in a biological sense. Our cells accumulate liquid the way of water for the most part. That is dense and is biological because we are conductors, because we're electrical, it's our nature. So if you think about it from that point of view, the brain is this super creative energy. This imagination comes from the brain and inspiration and all these different things. Because this is who we are, we're creators, we're here to create, and we create with the emotions of our body energy, and it comes as a result of the heartbeat, so we can exist, we can be powered. And all these motions lead to the heart energy. Once we're conscious and aware of our nature, heart-based species, we love our creations, we put love behind our actions, our energy of love is there. So we can engage our minds and be creative, mind energy, so then our true self manifests. True self energy, so we can be guided by our true self and our identity and have meaningful lives, because this is who we are. We're compasses, and a compass is spherical. The 8 primary elements, I talk about them all the time. Starts with the creator itself, the individual. Once he's been created by the heart through the electromagnetic field, we're conscious and self-aware. We have free will, and we manifest free will here and now through our purposeful daily action. All these principles, all these elements are part of compass, who we are. The destination is our dreams. We make our dreams come true with our action, purposeful daily action. We prove free will in that way. We manifest free will. We're electrical, so we shatter fantasies and illusions that are being rendered by mediums and media and previous experiences in our minds, recalled in the way of memories that are painful and traumatic. So with our love, we love them. With our heart, we love those memories, those events, so we can shatter them, heal, recover, and focus on what matters, which is the creative force of the true self, of the brain, of the mind energy, true self energy, so we can create and we manifest our visions, our dreams, what our true self wants us to be and do, and that's our destination. And we get there through compass, on true north, and flow with energy, because this is who we are, and why, how, and all these principles of action, time, and energy, purpose. So our dreams come true through purpose, through action. And this is what we do every day, because we're electrical beings, we're creators, we create. We've been doing it for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. We humans create, we're creators. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. It's important to understand the nature of who we are, and we're sundials. You see, the sun is right there. The creator is a light spherical being just like us, and he has an electromagnetic field. So we stare at the sun, we open our eyes, we open our hearts, we open our minds, we open our... And then what does that do? Well, it opens the portal, so we build a bridge. And this is a very simple concept, it's a very simple idea. Building the bridge is just syncing our electromagnetic field of creation, of our heart, of our mind, with the electromagnetic field of the sun. It's called quantum entanglement. So it's energy, it's electricity, it's current, it's signals. So we send and receive, and it's a infinite feedback loop. It's bi-directional. We send information in the way of thoughts and emotions and feelings. And then the sun is feedback, and it does the same. So it helps us, because remember, it's the light of creation, it's the light of life source, it's the life force. Created everything on earth in the first place. So when we sync with the sun and we stare at the sun, we open the portal and we build the bridge. All this energy comes through our eyes, through our iris, straight into our brains, straight into our hearts, supercharges them so we can be more creative, we can be braver, more courageous, so we can take action, face our fears, our adversity, disintegrate the shadow, deal with all this negativity, heal, and then we free up all this energy so we can take action and understand our dreams and our true self energy, our purpose. And we get there through purposeful daily action, and we create with our hearts, with our energy. So this is how we get there: purposeful daily action, loving purposeful daily action, manifests our free will, manifests our true self, it manifests our dreams, it manifests our purpose, because this is who we are, we're creators. We're sundials, we're compass, we're infinite creators, we're light spherical beings, we're the human race, we're a benevolent species. We're the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, and this is why the Republic of Planet Earth has been created here and now, because we have graduated into light spherical beings, conscious, self-aware. And because of this very notion, this very nature, understanding who we are, compasses and sundials, light spherical beings, we can be the leaders and defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth and create and love and live meaningful lives, purposeful lives for the rest of our existence, which is infinite, because this is our nature. We're infinite. We're eternal. This is who we are. We're the human race, a benevolent species. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, all my mind. These are what my videos are all about, and I always start like this because it's important for us to understand our origins, our genesis, who we are. So today's video is about infinite learning formula. You can always refer to the website, you can always refer to the repository, and that's on y.how/infinite-learning-formula. That's y.how/infinite-learning-formula. It's on Substack, on YouTube as well. And today's video is just all about that, this formula, infinite learning formula. Because remember, we learn, and the way we learn is through our experience here and now. The way we go about our lives in a big ways because of our actions and our free will. So it's our experiences, and each experience, each moment, each instant, the eternal present, the eternal moment, the present moment, here and now, is here as a learning guide. It's a learning experience. All these, remember, we're infinite in nature. This is who we are. So I have spoken about this in the past, what that represents, and I'll do it today again. And I'll do it by explaining the concept of why-how, which is a fifth primary element of compass. And it's a recalibrating mechanism, it's a self-correcting mechanism. It's there to make sure that we're always on true north, and we always clear and we clarify our identity, our true self, our purpose, the way we manage our time and energy, our actions, so they can be purposeful, daily action. And obviously our flow, how we're flowing, our energy levels, and our emotional states, our mind states, as we go about our days. Are we happy about our decisions? Are we following our hearts? Heart-to-heart communication, sundials, all these different things, so we can stay on true north and get to our destination, which is our purpose, our calling, our dreams, our targets, our objectives, our goals, purposeful goals, all these different things, a purposeful life. So let's start there. Why is it infinite, and why is it a learning formula? Well, it's infinite because of our nature. If you think of why has an infinite nature, you ask why, and it has no limits. It always will be a why. And the beauty of it, and this is what defines infinity itself, is the fact that that proves infinity. When you get to the point where there is not an answer, a clear answer, you ask why, and then you get to a level where there is no reason, there is no why, there's no answer, there's no end state, there is no because to that why. And this is what creation itself is. You see, that's what learning is our purpose. If we ask that why with our hearts, and this is our purpose, this is our calling, this is our dream, it to take action and learn. And we take action through how. That's why how. So infinity itself is this creation mechanism that allows us to discover the answer by creating it with our actions. So there is not a reason, there is not a why, there is no a because. The answer, well, you create the answer because we're creators. And we create the answer with our actions, with our free will, purposeful daily action, taking action here and now, and shattering all these fantasies and these illusions and rendering them obsolete. That's why how is so important, because it gets us to the infinity concept of understanding that we have reached a new limit of understanding. We reached a new level, but we don't know the answer to that level of infinity. So it's our job to find the answer, learn, and we learn through action. We learn through experience. We learn through principles and behaviors that allows us to take action here and now, prove free will. And the way you do that is by purposeful daily action, taking action here and now, which is a proof of free will. So it's a beautiful concept, you see, and that's how it works. So let's break down the equation. It's a very powerful equation. It's a very simple equation, but it is the way infinity operates, because how is the mechanism to create, to manifest infinity here and now, the biological level. You see, it's the mechanism, because it's how we get our minds to be creative and have the ideas. That's when we get to that why, and you're engaged with your mind energy and your true self energy. Why, and you don't know the answer. There is no reason, there is no because, there is no end state. It's not clear answers. That's why the mind discovers, you see, through imagination, through infinity itself connected to the source. And then we manifest that with our true self, because that's our calling, that's what our true self wants us of us. It guides our daily action, so we get there, we get to the answer. You see, creativity is creation, imagination, visions, all these